we're here in Los Angeles, so a lot of people are looking at what the Chargers are doing. And I want to give the Chargers their props. Longtime division rival of mine in the National Football League. Raiders-Chargers, love the matchup. So I always kind of developed this little, this look of the Chargers, like, ugh. But for some reason, Jim Harbaugh has kind of changed that look. The look of what the Chargers look like now, I look at the post-game celebration, seeing this dude tell everybody, hey, give everybody a high five. I'm like, every player says, dude, the dude is a good coach. Like, and even Justin Herbert had a little something to say talking about his head coach. Here's a little Justin Herbert talking about his head coach, Jim Harbaugh.
He's the best, and to have a guy like that leading the team, it shows out there. You turn on the tape, and everyone wants to play for him, wants to fight for him, and the guys are playing, energetic. They're excited to be out there, and they're having fun. I think that's the most important thing, and he's done such a great job of preparing us and letting us go play free and fast out there. So to have a guy like that leading the charge, it's been awesome.
Now, that being said, there is still going to be a little shade that has to be thrown, okay? And the shade that I have is just, we're talking about the Chargers, and yes, they're a team right now that's sitting up with a record of 6-3. They're beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. That's what the Chargers didn't do in the past. They wouldn't beat the teams that they were supposed to beat. Always had the talent, but they weren't beating the teams that they were supposed to beat. So they're beating Denver and New Orleans and Cleveland and Tennessee. They're supposed to win those games. They're supposed to win those games. It's the games coming up that are the ones that I'll know more about. This Chargers team, has the worm really turned? That's what I want to know. But you look at the last quarterbacks that they've beaten. They've beaten Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler.
Don't disparage Bo Nix.
I'm just telling you.
Come on now.
Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler, Jameis Winston, Will Levis. Whoa, that's not murderer's row of quarterbacks. I'll know more about the next 5 weeks when it comes to these Chargers when they go against Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, and I'll even throw in, because he'll probably be back from injury, Mike Evans. Let's throw in Baker Mayfield too. I'll know more about the Chargers over the next 5 games than I will about the previous 5 games. Okay? And you got to throw in, they did lose too. Kyler Murray in there too
Justin
as well.
Fields,
and Justin. I'm just saying, like, right. I want to put that out just a little bit of shade. I want to just pump the brakes just a little bit. I'm just saying, if you put those quarterbacks up on the left of who they've beaten compared to what's ahead of them,
wow,
we'll learn a lot more about these Chargers.
So they're in first place of a who have they really beaten team.
Who do you mean? Who in
Even
first
though
place?
they're 6-3. I'm talking about they're the team that we're talking about. Who have they really beaten? It's the Chargers, right?
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. Like when they play against these other guys, these juggernauts, then you'll know if they are the real deal. Like seeing Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert go head to head, like that's appointment viewing. Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert. Now we're talking about the big leagues, right? We talked about earlier, like the weight classes. Now you bumped up to the heavyweight championships. All right, this ain't the featherweights. This ain't the middleweights. There you go, flexing a little bit right there, Justin Herbert. These are the matchups that I want to see, because you learn more about the quarterback. You learn more about who this guy is, and also Jim Harbaugh, his team, the mentality, how they want to dominate the physical game up front, offensive line, defensive line, that way they run the football, and how Justin Herbert they're designing run plays for him now by the goal line. This is just a different team, a different mentality. And, I just want to give them their props, tip the cap. I told you, I like to throw bouquets when they're well-deserved, and so far they are deserved. Now, come back in about a month, and I'll let you know how I really feel about the Chargers.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.